Before I do the order of operations, you might have heard it called PEMDAS. It means parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. You've got to be careful because doesn't mean that multiplication comes before division always. It's in the order they appear from left to right. So that's why I put them on the same line, because it just depends on if they're left or right in the order that they appear. You just take them from left to right. So here's how you handle this with fractions. On the first one, what I do is I go ahead and put a box around everything that's not addition or subtraction, because you always want to save addition and subtraction for last. Now this box is just 7/8. 7/8. And this one, with multiplication of fractions, you go straight across. So 3 times 1 is 3, and 4 times 4 is 16. Now I'm going to bring down this plus sign. Now there are different ways to add and subtract fractions. Usually what I will do is I will multiply the bottom and cross multiply the top. So here's how I do it. I multiply the bottom, so 8 times 16 is 128. And I cross multiply the top. 7 times 16 is 112. Then you have a plus sign and you go the other direction. 8 times 3 is 24. So that's equal to 136 over 128. Now I just cut them in half. Because they're even, I start cutting them in half. So half of 136 is 68. Half of 128 is 64. Still even, cut in half again. Half of 68 is 34. And half of 64 is 32. They are still even, so cut them half again. Half of 34 is 17. Half of 32 is 16. So these don't have anything in common, so that's my final answer. Now it would have been a lot quicker on this one to go ahead and find common denominators and to know your divisibility rules to simplify it right away. However, some people struggle with that, so if you are the type of person that struggles with finding common denominators and adding and subtracting fractions, you can do it like this. Okay, the next one, you have to do the parentheses first, so I'll go ahead and do that. Let me do it off here. 2/3 minus 1/4. I'm going to do it just like I showed you previously. Multiply the bottom. So 3 times 4 is 12. Cross multiply the top. 2 times 4 is 8. Then you have a minus sign. Go the other way. 3 times 1 is 3. 8 take away 3 is 5. So that's 5/12, which cannot be simplified. So this parentheses is 5/12. Now you're going to multiply it by this 6/7. So again, with multiplication, you go straight across. So 5 times 6 is 30. 12 times 7 is 84. They're both even, so cut them in half. So half of 30 is 15. Half of 84 is 42. And those can be divided by 3. So I'll go ahead and divide the top and the bottom, or the numerator and denominator, by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. And 42 divided by 3 is 14. Again, for the next one, you have to do the parentheses first. So 2/3 plus 1/4. I'm going to multiply the bottom. So 3 times 4 is 12. Cross multiply the top. 2 times 4 is 8. Then I have a plus sign. 3 times 1 is 3. 8 plus 3 is 11. I have 11/12. So I'm going to take that times 6/7. Multiplication goes straight across. So 11 times 6 is 66. 12 times 7 is 84. They're both even, so cut them in half. Half of 66 is 33. Half of 84 is 42. We can divide these by 3. 33 divided by 3 is 11. 42 divided by 3 is 14. Those don't have anything in common, so you're done.